Hello happy souls, welcome back to my channel. This is Charlotte with Happy Souls 1111. Aquarius, we've got a dedicated reading for you today. We're going to look at what's happening in your connection. How's each of you feeling, thinking? How can you move forward for your highest good? We're going to look at masculine and feminine energies. See what kind of energy you're both in. And just before I start, a quick reminder, I've got a free guided meditation out on Saturday. It's a live event. It's in my Facebook group, listed in the events section there. There is a link in the description box below if you'd like to join us. It's a guided meditation specifically, oh, I really can't get my words out today, specifically focused on self-love and surrender and acceptance. And I don't know why, but my guide has just told me the name Judy. Quite an old-fashioned name. I don't know if that means anything to you, but I thought I'd share it anyway. I don't know what it means. Right, so let's have a look. We're going to get a significator with the Viceversa Tarot. These are actually reversible, so I don't work with the reversals. We've got the Two of Swords reversed and the Three of Cups for the masculine. For the feminine, I'm using the Way of the Panda Tarot. I'm going to look at what's happening in the feminine energies for this connection right now. How's she feeling? How's she thinking? How can she move forward for the best? And of course, this is for Aquarius. Now, if your moon, rising, or Venus is in Aquarius, you can certainly cross-watch. Wow, Page of Wands has come out in pretty much all of the air sign readings. We've got the Emperor there, Page of Wands, Emperor reversed, and the Four of Pentacles reversed for the feminine. Knight of Pentacles upright for thoughts and feelings, Judgment reversed, and the Ten of Wands reversed. And what does she need to do to move forward? We've got the Four of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands reversed. So let's get some for the masculine. We're going to use the Muse Tarot. There's also a special offer actually, sorry I forgot to mention that. I was offering 30 readings for £30. They're normally 55 for a 30-minute reading, so it's a 45% discount. But there are only 30. I think there's 2 or 3 left at the time of posting. You can find the coupon code on my community page. So if you would like a discounted reading, it's just as a token of my appreciation for everyone's support and love. Right, Divine Masculine, we've got the Sun. Wow, there's so many syncs with these air sign readings today, guys. If you've got lots of air signs in your chart, definitely cross-watch. We've got the Two of Pentacles in reverse and the High Priestess in reverse. So 2 2s, and she's got 2 4s. How's he thinking and feeling about this connection? The King of Wands, the World reversed, and the Four of Wands reversed. Oh, what you need to do to move forward, there's 3, so we're going to keep them. We've got the Eight of Pentacles, the Star in reverse, and Justice. Interesting. Let's look at the connecting energies. Pardon me, I am quite unwell at the moment. I'm getting better, but I did have a coughing fit in the Libra reading. I'm really sorry, Aquarius. I will try not to subject you to the same interruptions. I do apologise. I'm trying to soldier on regardless. Posted quite a funny video on my community page today about not giving any Fs. I'm not going to say it because Google will demonetise my video. Okay, it's connecting energies. 6 of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and Strength. So the Divine Feminine is not making any decisions right now. I feel like this Aquarius Divine Feminine is in a very playful energy. She is not facing responsibilities. outside the connection, in her external 3D affairs. She's in a very, fun, flighty, distracting behaviours is what I'm getting. She's just trying to enjoy herself and to be lighthearted and playful, and just, she's trying to not make any decisions about this connection, which I think is wise, because she's somewhat out of balance with these fours in reverse. She doesn't feel in control. She feels like everything has gone wonky, and so she's just not letting go of herself, her emotions. She's just trying to stay in this very playful, fun energy and not take it too seriously at this stage. And certainly, as far as not making decisions go, and she's facing the moon, her intuitions, which is in contrast to this Two of Swords, where, the reversed aspect, she's blindfolded, and she's got the pink and the blue sword, which is really interesting. But in this one, you can see there's a blindfold tied around her face, but there's no blindfold apparent here. She's facing her intuition, and she's not making a decision yet. She's taking her time. And yeah, I feel like she's just felt that things have got a bit out of control, and now is not the time to kind of come forward or to interact. I feel like she's let go a little bit. She may have been very, very, very self-restrained. She certainly has let go of the reins and that firm type, but she does feel out of balance. These are very unstable energies. She just wants to have fun and to be playful, and, to enjoy what the world has to offer, so she can take her mind off this situation, this very difficult decision that she's trying to reach. I think the masculine is in potentially similar energy. He's also not making any decisions with this Two of Wands, and I believe he's got a karmic. There's a third party situation here with this Three of Cups, and he's certainly not looking to get a mistress right now, to have... He doesn't want to get engaged in some three-way situations. Now, the sun can often indicate pregnancy. So for some of you, this might be why that, he's in a relationship, there's a baby on the way, or there's a new baby already. And, he's really trying to be sensible and responsible and respectful. And he's not making any decisions either. The High Priestess in reverse is also about kind of not, he's not, whereas the feminine is connecting to her intuition, he's really not. He's not open to that intuitive response and that gut instinct. But there is this kind of, this is the shadow aspect of the Six of Cups. And I feel like you two may have met fairly recently, actually, and you're probably quite new to this journey for a lot of you. I feel like both of you have recognised and identified that there is some kind of soulmate connection, but he's kind of blocked this out. He's kind of thought, no, it doesn't matter, not going there, that's ridiculous, no such thing as soulmates. He's been a lot more pragmatic about it. And I feel it's the same for you, Divine Feminine. This is why you're feeling out of control and indecisive. He's probably in a relationship already, may have kids or one on the way, but there is this kind of awkward, I'm getting this as an awkward realisation that, oh God, no. And you may have looked up this twin stuff and thought, oh God, is it really this? I don't want it to be this. And he's also kind of at some point acknowledged a soul connection and then just dismissed that idea. He's just not accepting it. In terms of how you're thinking and feeling, I really feel like the Divine Feminine is trying to find a much more grounded way forward, that she has not yet woken up. She's not spiritually awake. She's looking at this, and much like this Two of Swords energy, this Knight of Pentacles here, he's just carefully observing. And it's interesting, he's holding a wand, actually, because this is a Pentacles card, and wand represents spirit. But he's holding a wand here, and he's carefully observing what's in his heart space and this kind of spiritual aspects of the connection with all this pink and green, but he's not taking action. I feel like this Divine Feminine at the moment is just kind of suspended, trying to figure out what on earth is going on here, but she's not received that awakening call, or she's resistant to it. She doesn't trust it. She doesn't trust the spiritual connotations. And, Aquarius is a very level-headed, logical sign. So it could be that if you've just arrived at this journey, you're still in that zone of thinking this is absolute horseshit. What a bunch of weirdness. Twin flame, what? So I do feel like, you're not particularly, with the Ten of Wands reverse, you're not particularly warming to this idea of having to do all this self-healing work, and you're feeling pretty pensive and kind of very thoughtful, but also very hesitant and a little bit anxious about this. The masculine, he's got all this King of Wands energy. There's a lot of fire on his side, so he could be a fire sign, but I'm feeling like, despite his decision to not get involved in this. Or I say not get involved, at the moment he's not making a decision. He's ignoring it, okay? But I do feel like he's very passionate and very fired up. He's feeling very intense, passionate emotions. But he's not ready for this ending in his relationship. And he's not ready to face this journey either. We've got the Four of Wands here, which is a very twinny card. So I feel like for both parties, there's a tremendous amount of hesitancy here. And the connecting energy is the Wheel of Fortune. And, we've just had this 10-10 portal. If you've recently found yourself on this journey, really recently, like you've looked for a reading for Aquarius, a love reading or something, you've stumbled upon this because you've only just met this guy, this 10-10 portal, please comment and let me know, because I feel very strongly that there's someone here that really is quite new to this journey. And this portal, it's going to force dramatic change. This is a connection neither of you can ignore, despite your hesitancy. If it's not the case that you're brand new to this journey, this divine feminine really is presently very pensive and thoughtful and not embracing the spiritual aspects or the healing required. She doesn't want to do that work. It feels like a tremendous burden. But there is an element of inevitability here about this wheel turning and you both being pushed along this path, whether you like it or not, is what I'm seeing in the connecting feelings and thoughts. That as much as you try not to think about this person, or the divine feminine tries not to think about this journey, it's not going away. I feel like this 10-10 portal has kind of shoved you forward and said, you're going to do this whether you like it or not. Now, the divine guidance moving forward is the Four of Wands, which, has come up reversed for him and his thoughts and feelings. But divine feminine, you've got four cards here, and you're really being asked to approach this journey from a balanced, stable perspective, from a spiritual perspective. This is Wands, and to embrace the journey, to embrace your healing. You don't have to move forward with him, yeah? I feel like you've got a very strong moral compass when it comes to being involved with someone who's not available because they're in a relationship with someone else. But this journey is about you. It's about your self-satisfaction, your independence. This is a very grounded, abundant card, and you should certainly focus on you. Getting onto this journey, onto this path, doesn't mean that you have to be with him. This journey is about union with self. And you're being asked to look at this in a very grounded way, to focus on what's actually happening in your external 3D reality at the moment, and to start working on yourself from there, because that's going to ease you in gently. But you do need to answer the call. This Ace of Wands energy, which is going to bring you a lot of understanding, clarity, is blocked. And I'm feeling like you really need to unblock that energy. You need to grasp the wand and embrace your spiritual self. This is when your awakening is going to come, and it's going to trigger all this powerful change, joy and happiness for you. Yes, healing can be messy, but I feel like you're ready for it, yeah? You're quite level-headed. For the masculine, you've got the Nine of Pentacles, he's got the 8. The 8 of Pentacles. And he's also got Justice here and the Star reversed. And I think he's being asked to kind of work on himself also, and to recognise that he needs to close out karmic cycles that he can be hopeful and optimistic about his future. I feel like this has actually triggered him in the way of, you know, my gut feeling is this karmic situation he's in, he was kind of, it wasn't meant to be. I feel like perhaps the baby and everything was unexpected. He's kind of found himself here. He might be feeling very trapped, but also very sad because he really wanted to make that work. You know, I feel like he's got strong moral values when it comes to children and family. And he's very dedicated to kind of working and, you know, creating a stable foundation. And it seems so impossible, but, you know, for him, he needs to have hope that karma will be resolved in its own time. Now is not the time, but he needs to trust that that balance and harmony can be restored in his life for him, for his own highest good. This is going to be part of his own journey of unconditional love for self and learning that he can make decisions that suit him, because I feel like he got stuck in this situation because he didn't make decisions for himself. He put someone else first. You know, he didn't want to leave that person because he was afraid of how they'd react, and then they got pregnant, and he didn't want to say, you know, I can't be in this situation, because it just felt, you know, like he was trapped then. So he's kind of manned up and faced it, even though it's perhaps not very happy for him. In fact, not very happy is the wrong word. I feel like there's some comfort and some peace in that connection, but it's not passionate. It's not, you know, full of joy and really deep contentment and satisfaction. And I think this is why it's been triggered so hard in meeting you, Divine Feminine, because, you know, he's probably never had that soulmate encounter before, that feeling of, you know, complete familiarity, recognition, and, you know, that cliche of just every star being strung up in the sky before you, of just, this is it. He's never had that feeling. And to have it after he's got himself into this situation feels like a brutal blow. The connecting energy for you guys is strength. Be strong. You know, it's reminding you of that infinity symbol, that you're always connected. Strength is also about having a compassionate heart. You know, understanding love is stronger than hate. It's stronger than force and aggression. It doesn't have to be cruel. And I know that the circumstances in which you've met one another can feel cruel, but you have to trust that it's going to work out for your greatest good moving forward. But you are, you know, I don't see that you two are going to come together anytime soon. You've got a lot of work to do in your own lives and a lot of karma to be resolved. But Divine Feminine, I do think you're going to move to surrender and move through this journey very powerfully and very quickly. You know, there's a beautiful gift waiting for you here, and I really hope you have the courage to embrace it. Let's get some oracle cards to support these messages as well. Treasure your loved ones, Divine Feminine, and express love through gifts for the Divine Masculine. Pardon me. Release. Boundaries. What do you need to surrender? Surrender to complete healing. Wow. It's such a powerful one for you. And surrender stubbornness. I didn't get connecting ones. Beg your pardon. Let's get one for the middle. That structure card has come up for every air sign so far today. Divine Feminine, I'm just going to be real with you. This playful, partying energy that you're in right now, you need to release it. Look, we literally see this woman pouring her cup away, releasing what doesn't serve her. And there's a poison symbol here as well. If you've been using substances for recreational purposes, that really doesn't serve you. And I'm really guided towards the watch in this lady's wrist. It's time to give this up. She's actually puking. She's vomiting. She's releasing the poison. She's releasing that which doesn't serve her. it's time to surrender to your healing, which is what this journey brings you to. You need to give up these bad habits, focus on your loved ones, because there's a warning here that you've perhaps been neglectful of family or friends. But surrendering to complete healing, it says open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional and spiritual healing. And I'm getting that you have been in this zone of awareness, perhaps, not just to escape from him and that reality, but to escape from all of your past pain and betrayal and painful relationships. You've probably been single for a while, and this is how you've coped with it, by being the social butterfly, but it doesn't serve you. It's time to focus on your healing now. And I feel like you've done such a good job of keeping it buried, and he's triggered you. You know, it's starting to rumble at the surface and you're nervous about it. I know you are, but you're ready for this. You're so ready for this. For the masculine, you know, he's definitely going to have boundaries up. I do think he's going to come forward to some degree and express himself. This may be a small gift or, you know, some platonic offer. But his guard is going to be up. And he's pretty stubborn. You know, he's being asked here to be a bit more yielding. But I do think right now he's trying to protect everyone concerned. He doesn't want to hurt you, doesn't want to hurt his family or his partner. He doesn't want to get himself into any tricky situations, but I do think he's going to find it hard to keep away. So he may come forward in a very platonic way and look out for a small gift or gesture. It could be something really silly, like, I picked you up a chocolate bar on my way to see you, or, you know, I saw this and thought of you, or, you know, I don't know, it could be something really silly. A book that he's read that you mentioned you wanted to read, or it could just be something very small as a gesture, but you can take that as a token of his love, as an expression of his love. It's all he's able to communicate right now in that very platonic way. You're also being asked to have patience. Love is patient and kind always. And, you know, structure, we've got the Emperor and the Four of Pentacles reversed for you. You've got the Four of Wands here, which is about balance and harmony. You know, the four walls of the home, the triangle, which represents the three, the Empress energy. This is about bringing balance and harmony back into your life by focusing on your practical affairs. You know, by being sensible, again, is what I'm hearing. For both of you to focus on building your own stability. That's where you both need to be right now. You need to be patient. Now is not the time to come together. We've also got take a break from overthinking a goal. Do something fun, and play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. So, you know, I think this again affirms that friendship and a platonic connection between you right now is possible. It's guided. And whilst that may appear frustrating, you really do need to have patience. This is also a number 8 card. Yeah, this is about patience and strength, courage and endurance. You can do this, Aquarius. I really hope you found today's reading helpful. Please do like, share, subscribe, comment down below and tell me what you think, because I always love to hear your feedback. And I will see you next time. Lots and lots of love. Bye.